What is going on, guys? Welcome to this Football Manager video here today. We are on the FM23 beta and we're going to have a spotlight, a focus on a youngster that has got great potential, newly signed, so he's not the easiest player to sign yourselves. But Bayern Munich have a hell of a youngster on their hands. You can tell very, very strong mentally. A couple strong attributes there: determination and flair. Determination, very important attribute to have mentally. And yeah, he's just got a whole lot of talent. A few player traits there. We'll head over to the tactics. You can see he's got curls the ball, and cuts inside from the left wing. So he could be maybe teased as that, inside forward over on the left side, or even to develop into a striker. Obviously, he's going to progress a bit more from his height and his weight. So what we are going to show you guys, how he has progressed in 6 seasons, and also, maybe why the comparison of Kylian Mbappe is being brought on here. And not simply just because he's a young French attacker, but where he has moved to. So if you take a look at this right here, end of the season, look, 31st of May, we simulated to in 2028, sorting by the highest value. Take a look at this, age 23 years old. Of course, there's some other players, to be honest, there's not for sales there as well, and with some other names. If you just sort that, it's not going to go back to where we were, but obviously the likes of Haaland, we'll just give a bit of a comparison, since that's not going to plan. Erling Haaland, there you go. Not for sale, 450k, the wage, still at Man City, actually. And even the man in focus, at least for a comparison, PSG has still got a bit of quality in their team. Kylian Mbappe, he never moved. He never moved. Look at that. Just stuck at PSG and, as expected, smashed the goals in. That season there was pretty poor. He had less matches, but still the output was a bit on the lower side, you would have to say. But he's still looking incredibly strong. So the main point is he is one of the best value players, and 23 could still have a bit more gradual progression, but that's where we continue to this point. And there he is. Look at that value. PSG spent 50. Like, if you could do that, like I said, it's hard to sign him, first season, because Bayern just brought him in. But even waiting a couple seasons, if you're a big team with money, that 53 million is going to take you, a long way, really, because he's still going to have more years ahead of him. And, he comes in and does a job right away. But let's go see those juicy attributes once again. Now, we'll talk about the height and weight, so you can see definitely the development. That answers just one question for new players. If you wonder if youngsters get taller and stronger, not just off the strength attribute, but definitely in terms of their physique, they do get taller and stronger. I would say that's stronger by gaining weight in this fashion. He just looks incredible because then he's quick. I'm not the paciest player ever, but that's far from slow. That's definitely still got a lot of pace on you. And then when you've got that strength as well, very, very hard to push off the ball. And defender's nightmare, really. And just go back to that. And he's just probably just getting, he's just getting into his prime now, the best to come from him. So really showing you where he's at. As I said, at 23, he's still probably going to see a little bit more progression, but nothing too much more significant, really. Had incredible improvement in his mental, especially with determination. Really solid. The work rate is 12. It's a bit on the lower side when you look at the rest of his attributes, but just another, this will be a short and sweet video here, just to show you guys, kind of like a scouting type video. If you want to see any other players, let me know, or if you just want me to show you more of these guys, let me know. Leave a thumbs up for more of these type of videos. But one thing you can definitely tell from him, no pun intended with his name, he just turns into the maximum value, 445 million. Doesn't necessarily mean who's gonna buy him him that much if you're already PSG. What, Real Madrid, Man City? Not a lot more. Maybe how Newcastle come across. Shout out, I've got a Newcastle save going on if you want to check that on the channel. Like, yeah, Liverpool and Man City. I mean, Liverpool, Man City might be closer, but that is realistic. And realistically, you could probably get him. Like, you can get him around 50 mil a few seasons in, and you really just, you protect him, because if other clubs are interested and he shows a little interest from them, like what you do when you negotiate, you just tell him, oh, you know, when you negotiate the fee, they didn't pay enough, they weren't giving you your true value, and he will agree to an amount when you negotiate with the player, you know, when you do that, to argue for a fair fee. And that's generally what around their market value is. And you probably, yeah, at a minimum 200 probably, just try to go in between that. And no team's really going to pay that. So you can really lock him in really nicely and keep him happy at the club for that reason, even if other teams show interest. And as you can see here, still got so much ahead. He's already got 48 caps for France, 23 goals. Yeah, he's going to go crazy, especially if you're PSG. Even I don't want to go into the whole there's no challenge being PSG conversation, but it definitely, if you were able to sign him with a team that, you know, you've still got a lot of challenges ahead to have the success like PSG would with all their money, yeah, if you were able to capture him, say if you sold a few players and you were just able, yeah, to work out a transfer and he would want to join your club, it's going to hard to sway him away from Bayern Munich. That's another fact, but yeah, is he the next Kylian Mbappe or his own, yeah, in his own right, or a mix of both? He can be, sure, it doesn't necessarily he's going to be exact player Mbappe is, but he's going to be someone definitely to be talked about in the coming years. So as I said, leave me some suggestions for more videos to do in FM23, but I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the very next video.